a new Australian web series is now available, and we'll talk more about that and how you can see it. Till You Make It. And it's my great pleasure to be speaking to Riley Sugars, the director producer, to Emma Choy, to Phil Hayden, Scott Major, and let's hear all about um, Till You Make It. And perhaps I'll start with Riley. Talk about the creation of this web series.
Thank you for having us. First of all, I'm just the producer. Scott is our lovely director of the series.
Yep.
This series is born from Emma and Phil's lovely marriage and the lifelong, as I call it, the pushing the boulder up the hill of the creative and the actor. And it is a real piece of art that I think sort of it's art that imitates life. We made this project, very, all hands on deck, not a lot of money, no funding, and it's that kind of just absolute blind determination and grit that we made in making the series that is really the showcase of the two lead characters, May and Tim. They're actors who are hitting certain points in their life and realizing that maybe some of the life goals have kind of come and gone and have passed them by, and kind of having the mirror of friends around them kind of doing ticking all these boxes. And so the series really is this quick whiplash snap of them to kind of course correct their lives and get certain things that they feel that kind of will push them forward more so into adulthood. Yeah.
Oh, well, well done on that. And it's so hard sometimes to do a comedy. And this is, very cleverly written. There's some great dialogue. W was it all scripted in advance? Was there improvisation? Tell me how that all worked.
Well, I think I'd let
Yeah,
Phil and
Phil.
Scott talk to that
Yeah.
because Phil's the head writer of the series.
Yep.
Is
Phil,
that
you're
question
on.
being thrown to me? Is that my cue?
Well,
Yeah. So,
did you
sorry.
write it or did you let everyone just have fun? I mean, come on.
Well, I'm still giggling because I love hearing Riley say the series is, refer to it as art, and I love that. I go, hee, 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 it's art. Because there's all sorts of puerile, juvenile things in there, Peter, and I love being able to call that art. There's genuine fart jokes. That's fantastic. But no, yeah, so it came out of COVID, like a lot of things, was sitting around in COVID, between homeschooling and trying to do DIY projects. And this is something, writing is something I've put off for ages and just noodled around with. And I was like, do you know what? Let's really have a go at writing some stuff. And then you would show Emma. I would go into the lounge room and show Emma after a little while, and she'd go, "Yeah, maybe that's okay," and throw in some ideas and that sort of stuff. And it was really That was no joke, that was a really enjoyable process. If someone had told me 20 years ago how much I'd enjoy writing, I'd have done it sooner. It was great fun. And then um, started towards the end of COVID, and then a year or so after, it's like, well, look, there's this stuff here. So really, what are we going to do with it? So then showed it to Scott, and luckily he jumped on board and started throwing his ideas in there as well. A lot of the writing and a lot of the ideas in it comes from stuff that Emma might say. So Emma being my wife and the person that plays May, there was a good period of over a year where I'd be constantly scribbling things down that either she said or we spoke about. And it would legitimately be like we're trying to go to sleep, and I'd be like, Emma, oh, that's really funny. Write that down, or send it to me, text it to me. She's like, I just want to go to sleep. I'm like, no, text it to me. Um, but so then it went through a process with initially then Scott and Emma, to refine the script, improve it, see where it's weak, tighten it up. And then that expanded out to Riley and Gemma. And two producers. And so it got refined a bit more. And then, yes, when we got to actually filming it, there's certain people that in the cast that have a strong improv background, or are just clever, funny people, and they could throw stuff in, and it always added, it always improved. It was really nice. It made me scared because I was in a scene acting opposite someone. I'm like, wow, you're doing some great improvisation, and I can't keep up at all. I just feel like I've got a front row seat to this show, which was wonderful, but very, very scary, Peter. So that was pretty much the writing, and it's very much drawn from, they say write about things you know. So I began there, and it's about two actors who are a couple trying to get their way through life. Acting really, I think, is secondary. That's just the context. It's not the primary thing. And I read one book on writing, and it was called On Writing by Stephen King, and that gave me a lot of encouragement. And it basically just said, just get stuck in. If that was the one message I took from it, it was just get stuck in. Don't worry about your vocabulary. Don't worry about this. Just go for it. And then, yeah. And so I was like, fine, I'll just go for it. If it's good enough for Stephen King, it's good enough for me.
Well done on that. And Emma, I'll bring you into this as well because you're part of the writing process as well as the lead actress and so on. It's the dialogue and cleverness of character, developing character is so interesting in this
Mm.
web series.
Yeah, so I think certainly a heck of a lot of May is drawn from me. I like to think that maybe I'm a little bit nicer than May. I'm not sure. I'll put that out to my friends in this room here. Because I think that May is somebody who will actually do things that that potentially I wouldn't. Maybe I don't know. I'm not been in situations where potentially gonna, no spoilers here, but knock someone off their mortal coil to get something, to gain something in life. But I can certainly understand the drive to, you're faced with a choice of, oh, I could go this way and be a very bad person, but I'll get the thing that I want. And I can understand where that lives inside of me as a character, I think. Hopefully I never bring it into my actual real world life. But it was great to develop May alongside Phil and Scott, and be given permission, I think, to lean into those sort of slightly absurd moments in the show. Yeah.
Okay, well done. Now, the four episodes that I've seen, the gallery, the bar, the bank, and the nursing home, which there's some really funny and ridiculous situations, which I thought was really amusing. But tell me about the logistics, Scott. Perhaps as director, you might want to come in as well to talk about the logistics of making those 13 to 15-minute episodes.
Yeah, great. Well, we, being, as rightly mentioned before, being low budget and indie and getting it out there and just doing it, which is what we are doing, we had 4 days to shoot the 4 episodes. And we talk about that a lot. And I just thought about it the other day. 4 day, an episode a day, but single camera as well, which I think we forget to mention. It was only one camera going around there as well. So I have directed a lot of, I guess, fast turnaround television in my time, and so the logistics were everyone. We had rehearsals. We had rehearsals with some of the actors that came in and did all that. So we were quite versed in that. Anthony Littlechild was our DP, so we talked at length about structuring the day and how we would get that done on location recce's and so forth. But really, also with the episodes, with the writing, and when we talked about it, keeping them contained to sort of 1, maybe 2 locations for each episode, so we could light the space and then just go for it, and allow the actors to have the freedom to have the extra taste, because a lot of the times in this kind of quick turnaround, a lot of the time is taken up either by the camera department or by the art department, everything like this. And I think this was really important because of the comedy in it, and also because of I'm an actor as well, of giving the actors the time to explore the characters on the floor, to explore the situation. So I think it was a really, really, really wonderful balance of technical and craft and the actors during this time. And we were shooting 15 minutes a day, which is ridiculous, but it didn't feel ridiculous on the day. I don't think. I think there was the team just worked so beautifully together, and everyone was respectful, and everyone you knew when it was their time to be hot, and knew when it was their time to just help out. So one single camera, 4 days, and an absolute joy.
Well, well done on that. And I was interested in locations that you used, including an art gallery and a nursing home, a bank, that sort of thing, and the bar. Uh, what about logistics of that? Because that's not always easy to use locations for filming.
Well, amazingly, and I think they must have known this when they bought that. But the nursing home was actually Phil and Emma's house, and I think it's great that they bought a house that looks so much like a nursing home.
The
It was
drab
their
carpets. Oh my
it was
gosh.
their mustard couch. It was their blue carpet. It was
Ew.
everything teal. Sorry, carpet. It was everything we could possibly have wanted. And then the bank uh, was actually an arts university, which my partner worked at. So we were allowed to get in there and use an office there on the weekend. So get in there on the weekend. We shot everything on the weekends too. I think it's worth mentioning. The bar was just a bar that we did the usual going through and hiring. What was the other
And the
location?
art
The
space
art
was
The art
gallery, Wood
gallery
Street
was
Art Space.
Hobson's. Yeah, it was. Yeah, what was that, Em?
It's Wood Street Art Space. It's a little sort of arts slash gallery space. Well, it's kind of a blank canvas that can be kitted out however you want it to, in Hobson's Bay.
Yeah, and we
That's
had a lot
our
of the.
Did they sponsor us for that? I can't remember. Was
no,
that? It was affordable though, wasn't it?
It was affordable.
yeah,
They gave us mates rates because they
yeah,
they
Yeah.
understood the plight of the independent filmmakers and
yeah.
how
And we
much
had
I
we
begged
had
them. They were like, "Okay, stop begging me. We'll give it to you for a little bit. Just go away." I was like, "Thank you."
we did have some wonderful extras come up. I mean, all those locations too. So, ex-students of Phil's from Howard Fine, and lots of our friends and families came forward and volunteered their time to the bar scene and the gallery scene, and I think the energy of those people really brought to the show as well.
Okay, yes, I was worried about the paintings and how they were traveling, but that was good to see.
Can I jump
Our
in?
production designer Nina just did such a wonderful
Magic.
job of the art gallery, and the picture we had to actually blur out the paintings that May took off the wall when in post because they were so graphic that even I was like, I can't. And Phil had to act alongside them and look at them the whole time. And they, without going into detail, were very big pictures of very small parts of the body.
Yeah, and there is no way that I would be able to have my mum and dad come and watch the show. Like I'd just be like, no, we didn't make it. It's fine. Don't come.
So
It
well
was
done,
so
Nina.
yeah, and it was also funny because Nina's this young up and coming production designer who we kind of threw in the deep end very close to the shoot, and she just absolutely worked her guts out. And that episode is an absolute testament to her creativity because all of
100%.
that art is created by her.
Mm.
And then, but the best bit about it is that I think she had a bit of a 6 month ban from Officeworks because of the amount of graphic art she was printing and how questionable it was. It was. So she always thanks me and goes, "Well, at least I'm allowed back in Officeworks again." I was like, "Well, your band's over this time." So
Oh no, Nina. Oh
Yeah.
gosh, she was so good. Is so good. Book Nina
uh,
for everything, everyone.
Yeah.
yeah.
There's a recommendation. All right, sounds good. And it was nice to see some other actors involved, Damien Walsh Howling and Nadine Garner and so on. So it's great that you're able to draw in others to assist your web series.
Yeah, that was really thanks to Scott. So maybe Scott should take the lead on that because he's the one with all the connections. He's the one that knows people in the industry. We if it wasn't for Scott, we'd never have got the caliber of people that we got. I think it was a big drawing card for everyone. But yeah, Scotty, how did you get these people?
Well, the thing is that we as actors, no matter what level we're at, we just want to work. We just want to create. We just want to collaborate with people. So, I guess I just made a phone call, really. But I guess sometimes it's scary going into a job if it's indie and everything like that, if you don't know how painful the day is going to be, or how long it's going to go. So, I could ring up these people and say, hey, listen, I'm directing it. It's not going to be ultimately painful. We'll get you in, we'll get you out, and those kind of things. But like Nadine Garner is just a gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous human who does answer my call quite often, which I really appreciate. Monique Gunaratna, who's in the new Pluribus, the Vince Gilliam TV show, which is amazing. And I had coffee with her yesterday. So that was great. Damien Walsh Howling. We actually went to the same school together. So we have a very, very, very long history together. Who else is in there? There's so many other people. Oh, Kim Valentine. It was great to reunite with her on screen.
Stephen Phillips. That was actually Emma's connection.
Stephen Phillips, yes.
Yeah.
And Amanda Labonte. Like just some wonderful, wonderful, wonderful actors who we just want to work. And sometimes with the industry as the way it is, you don't get a chance to really just have a play. You just get in there, you do a guest role, you get in there and do that. So I think there's something really attractive to some great actors to go, hey, here's a whole episode you can just play with. Here's and I think that was one of the real great strengths of both Phil's writing and the show as a whole, is giving the actors the opportunity to really come in and sink their teeth into a role for an entire episode. So I think that was appealing to them as well.
Okay.
And with that, sorry to crash you there, Peter, but genuinely some of my favorite moments from the shoot, in fact, probably, most of my favorite moments from the shoot are when I was managing to watch a little monitor peek over someone's shoulder and I'm not in the scene, and watching other people work and having real sort of pinch me moments of watching actors that I really respect and really admire that take this really seriously. And, it was turning up to, say, rehearsals on the first day, and they've got ideas and they've got things to put in, and they're not treating it as just this little thing on the side that, they'll tick a box and they'll move on and they'll do it as a favor. It's like, no, they're taking it seriously and they want to be involved in that process. Was just excellent. And I've mentioned this before, but it's worth saying again, there was we were really under the pump when we were shooting in the bar, really under the pump. And we had a very little amount of time left. And Scott quickly worked out what we needed to do to make the story make sense for that day. So he quickly worked out, we didn't have long left anyway. And he quickly worked out, okay, if we shoot it this way, and we do one take of each, and maybe we shoot the rehearsal, then we've got what we need to tell the story. And then just Kim Valentine and then Emma Choy just nailed it with performance with one take to go each. That was it. That was all they were going to get. And they just nailed it. And watching the actors do that was really exciting. Like that was, to see what someone could bring to the script was just wonderful. It was so rewarding to witness.
Oh, that's terrific. Yeah, absolutely. And with such a tight timelines for one day for each episode and so on, it's incredible. So hearing all that, the editing process to get it down to that refined 13 to 15 minutes per episode must have been a bit of a task as well.
Well, we had a wonderful, wonderful editor. Riley, did you source Cameron? No. So
No, I
forget.
I can't remember who did.
Yeah, or maybe Phil did. So Cameron.
I thought it was Emma.
There you go. So
I
look,
can't remember. Whoever got him, he's an absolute genius.
We did some wonderful. I might call it research. We did some looking up, and Cameron Ford did the catering show or the catering show, and. Yes, so we looked into that, which is a wonderful web series that we all loved. And we went, well, this person has got some runs on the board in the kind of style of comedy. The great thing about going to and working with him is he said, I'm not the guy who just pushes the buttons. I will have a real say in this edit if you're okay with that. And I said, and I spoke to the team and said, let's see what you come up with. So there's always three shows made. There's one in the writing, one on set, and one post. But particularly in this environment, some of the ideas he came up with, some of the little, we'd call them rewrites that he came up with, even the little push-ins. The bank episode is a testament to how amazing, just extending slight moments, even by one frame, which is 1/25 of a second. Even those kind of things. He was definitely he is a craftsman as far as the editing and structuring comedy, especially. So yeah, it was amazing.
I
think
want to
Nathan.
add to that. Sorry, I just want to add to that because I remember after we didn't shoot in order, the episodes in order, and I feel, what did we shoot first? We shot the
Gallery.
last episode.
No, the gallery.
We shot the nursing home first.
nursing home first, and
then
then
the
and I think
bank.
he was
Yeah.
nursing home. Sorry, Riley, nursing home, then
Nursing home, bank. Then we shot
bank,
the
bar,
bar,
and then gallery.
The gallery.
And I remember that he was editing on the fly, and he did say that there was a little something that was missing to actually link the stories together. And I think we added in some dialogue just to tie it all together. Do you remember that, Scott?
Yeah,
Phil?
yeah. That was definitely about it was about the bank and the loan, and putting something in about the house in the from getting the house or the loan. There was something like that. But anyway, he had a real say in the connecting tissue between all the episodes. That was really, really helpful from a third person or an outside eye, I guess. And so that was really great to have him as part of that process.
Oh,
Nathan Dalton. I think we got him through Nathan Dalton.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be through the ray gun connection.
Yeah, and he'd just done a doco with one of them, maybe.
Anyway, he's amazing.
He's brilliant.
Well done on all that. What made you decide to settle on the title Till You Make It?
I think it was the three of us, Scott, Phil, and myself, were sitting around just trying to work out what this title, because it was untitled for a very long time. I think it was driven from, well, we're just uphill, pushing that boulder uphill, like Riley, you were saying, and putting on this face of, yes, we're really successful. And actually, I think it kind of was like, well, actually, we're just big fakers. We're just trying to pull the wool over everybody's eyes with everything. And I think, Scott, in the end, you were like, till you make it. And we're like, yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
And
as soon as you said it, it was like, done. That's it. That's it. As soon as I heard it, as soon as Scott said it, I think we all just went, yeah, that's the one. That's great.
Okay.
Sorry, Scott.
No, I was just going to say, it's still labeled in my Dropbox of like a lot of files as the Desperate Housewife, which is one of the early titles.
It was. I've got in my head Desperate in 40s and Desperate. I don't know, something.
Yeah, we had a lot of that. Yeah, yes.
Really
there's a few Desperate versions.
Okay, look, interesting to hear all of that. It's a really interesting web series. Now, how can people view it?
Yeah, I'll take the reins on that one. So it's on YouTube at the moment. Currently, it is at Major Look TV, which is one of Scott's creations. It's going to be a home for just a lot of really grassroots made content. Scott's kind of putting together this platform, and this is kind of one of the opening showpieces of that platform on YouTube. All the social medias, it's just Till You Make It series. You search that, you'll find us. Pretty straightforward. We would love.
Can I just point out that Major Look is my name, Major. I've had so many people go, Major Look. How do you spell that? It's like, so sorry to jump in, Riley, but it's Major as in Major, Look as in looking, and TV as in the thing that you used to watch, the big black thing on the wall that you used to watch before you watched it on your computer. Anyway, Riley, sorry.
No, that's perfect. That's it. I mean, nothing more to say.
Excellent to hear all that. And I must ask you all, are there plans to continue the web series?
Someone go.
You go, Phil. You.
Yeah, it's definitely, Peter. It makes us stressful and pop out in hives because we've been asked that so much. But yeah, absolutely. We've got a few scripts bubbling away. We've got a few further ideas bubbling away. When and where it happens, who knows? Love it to be sooner rather than later. The response, if I can be grandiose, has been amazing. I don't easily go into that territory, but really, the response has just been fantastic, and I keep watching the counter click up on YouTube, and we're genuinely reaching genuine people. We've exhausted our friends and family now, and now it's really out there and really getting a great response, which is awesome. So yeah, we'd love to do more. We don't know when. So anyone else want to add?
Yeah, well, a few people, which I haven't actually shared with you with the team, but there's a few people who have actually sent me little love hearts and things and loved the show, who are actually quite high up in production companies. So that could be very interesting too. So I think it is. And Riley, you pointed it out. Riley's done a lot of the marketing and YouTube and social media and done a wonderful job, Riley. So if it's popped up in your inbox, folks, then it's probably due to Riley
And
on your feed.
It's funny because I run the social media pages, and when we did our big launches, we had some very high, serious, good actors who are sort of in our networks, but they weren't part of this production, and they were like, "Love it, hilarious," and from the social media pages, I'm just commenting, "Season 2 cameo?" question mark. See you there. I'm basically like helping cast the next series before you even. I'm like, we'll write you a part, of course. Like,
Come on.
yeah. And no, just nice responses from people. So yeah.
But if anyone's out there and they want to get involved, please jump on board, and we'd love you to have you involved for season 2.
Excellent to hear all that. It's a really terrific web series, Till You Make It. And we've been speaking to Emma, Phil, Riley, and Scott. Thank you so much for talking with me.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you for having us.
Thanks, Peter. Thanks so
Okay.
much.
All the best. Bye-bye.
All right.
Bye.